Our goal, 3,000 kilometers around Zimbabwe in just 10 days. No bookings, no support vehicle, just 3 bikes, a rough plan and a love for the unknown. In this episode we ride from Beitbridge border to the misty Nyanga Highlands, cutting through the wild Lowveld and the rugged Chimanimani Mountains. We find our food along the way, sleep wherever we can and take whatever the road throws at us. This is Zimbabwe, raw, unpredictable and absolutely unforgettable.
This episode is brought to you by EMD Racing in partnership with Liat South Africa.
The rough plan is to go around Zimbabwe, from Beitbridge through the Lowveld, hugging the Save Valley Conservancy and then into the Chimanimani Mountains. From there on we head north towards the Nyanga Highlands before we head west towards Harare, Paradise Pools and all the way up to Lake Kariba. It's either the ferry across Lake Kariba or the treacherous road to Binga. From Binga we head south to Wangi and then to Matobo Hills before we make a final turn close to the Tuli Circle and back to Beitbridge.
Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of Sunset Drive, and we are in beautiful Zimbabwe.
Yeah, we've crossed the border yesterday at Beitbridge. We had an agent who helped us greatly in just clearing the border post as quickly as possible. It took about 2 hours. Then we drove through to Lion and Elephant Motel where we are now. It was clean, tidy accommodation, nice food, cold beers, and we can't wait to start this trip this morning. It's going to be a 10-day adventure through Zimbabwe, so stay tuned for one of three or
One of
four.
two.
Whoever knows how many editions or how many episodes there will be in this series. But like and subscribe our channel and enjoy this episode.
We leave the iconic Lion and Elephant Motel. Final checks done, gear strapped down. From here, the expedition begins. Zimbabwe awaits.
To make this trip work, we've got to cover 300 kilometers a day. No excuses. Day one starts now and the clock is ticking. So we're here at Nuanetsi. Very nice.
Your name?
Johan.
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 Like John.
Alright.
So we're riding through Nuanetsi Conservancy. It's a big 5 area here. Just to the west of the main road running through Vumba. Sorry, east of that main road. And yeah, there's big 5. Lion, elephant, buffalo, rhino, leopard, everything here.
Yeah, you can see more and more evidence of elephant, trees being pushed over like this one here, starting to see a bit of elephant dung. But it is absolutely beautiful. Driving a motorcycle in Zimbabwe. Well, we haven't been going very far, but I am impressed. I'm disappointed that I haven't done this sooner.
Theo lost Kakaboy. So we're in the Nuanetsi Game Reserve and just passing through it. It's a big 5 area and we haven't seen anything. We're starting to see a lot of tracks in the road, but a beautiful gravel road and not too wet. Danny, your 2 cents?
Very happy, nice roads, huh?
Very happy.
Very happy.
What are you doing, Mr. Prinsloo?
Just doing a bit of a luggage check. Tightening everything here. Make sure that we don't lose all our stuffs.
We sign out of Nuanetsi Game Reserve and now it's on to Gonarezhou. Hello!
Morning.
Hello, how are you?
Fine.
Good.
What's your name?
Johan. Signature. Thank you. Nice bike. Your motorcycle. Nice one. It's also the Yamaha. Yeah, just a few drops of rain falling. Sun is shining. A few raindrops, but it's. I was expecting these roads to be way wetter with all the rain we've had in southern Africa. So it's actually bone dry. Well, I wouldn't call it bone dry, but there's no mud puddles or any bog pits. So yeah, it's for easy riding at the moment. Yeah, it's a slightly different story. Very beautiful.
Expected the area to be a lot wetter than it is, but there's water around. There's a couple of mud puddles, but it is bite the back of your hand beautiful. It is just gorgeous. Just that. We are making good progress through the Lowveld, heading east towards Gonarezhou. The riding is incredible. Open roads, winding river crossings, and scenery that just keeps changing. What stands out most is how clean it is out here. No trash, no noise, just proper bush. It feels untouched, and the people we meet along the way, friendly, courteous and welcoming. Zimbabwe's got a rhythm, and we're starting to find it.
That was like an incline. Almost lost it there in the middle when I bounced off a rock, but all good. These roads just keep on giving. We cross countless streams winding through the Lowveld, each one flowing with crystal clear water. The bird life is everywhere, kingfishers, egrets and calls we can't even name. It's a constant reminder of how alive this place really is. Absolute beautiful nature. Here the woodlands kingfishers. Not sure which river this is, and there's actually a bridge, so the guys are still pushing ahead. Can't waste too much time, but yeah, the naturescapes is just amazing.
The road opens up again just as school's out. Kids lining the roadside, waving, laughing and shouting as we pass. A few k's later we pull over for a quick breather, stretch the legs, sip some water and chat about the ride so far. Feeling good, bikes are running strong and we're still right on schedule.
So I guess we couldn't have asked for any better riding conditions here between it's Booby Village and Gonarezhou. And we're approaching the border of Gonarezhou now, where we're going to turn north and head north to Nuanetsi. But it's amazing roads. It's 25 degrees Celsius, now and then overcast with a drizzle of rain, but just great riding roads. And all the locals is just so friendly around here. Every single one waves and wants to know where you're going. So the stigma about Zimbabwe has to be broken, and we are thoroughly enjoying ourselves on these back roads.
Hello, hello. How are you guys? Is it safe to go? No problem. I can't swim, eh? Thank you.
So we are here at the southwestern corner of Gonarezhou, or Gonarezhou as they call it, as I've been taught. We don't know what river this is because we can't find it on Tracks for Africa, but we're riding right on the border of the Gonarezhou National Park now, through the town of Boli, and then head up north to Nuanetsi. Just wonderful, the naturescapes is amazing. This river in full flood, crossing the causeway, great fun.
Before we even reached Chipanda Pools and Gonarezhou, we were told the Runde River causeway has been destroyed by recent floods.
So we scrap the plan and start looking for an alternative route. Out here, info from the locals is gold and flexibility is everything. Yeah, so we drove up from Lundi, or through Lundi, and then over the Runde River, which isn't, it's actually, the causeway is open. Surprising to find this, but the river in very nice flow. But absolutely beautiful here at the Runde River, and we'll come in now at the southern end of Nuanetsi to Buffalo Range and then find a camping spot for tonight. We had luxury accommodation last night, but tonight it will be camping in the bush. We've got 2 rump steaks, we get a few beers somewhere and then camp and watch the sunset. But absolutely loving the splendor of what Africa has to offer. It's absolutely amazing. I think this is Nuanetsi, I'm not sure. Oh no, it's Triangle, the town Triangle. Golf course in immaculate condition. Our favorite other pastime. Drinking these things.
Hello.
Zambezi, Zimbabwe.
How are you?
Lager, very nice.
Good.
But yeah guys, cheers.
Cheers.
Afternoon or morning number 1 done.
After clocking off 300 kilometers for the day, we roll into Triangle and stock up on a few cold ones. Over a beer, we pull up Tracks for Africa and start scouting for a spot to camp. High Syringa Game Reserve pops up, looks promising, so we decide to give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Mvuni, responsible for High Syringa Game Park, say operations. We also do game viewing here. So we have Mtilipu River along the western boundary of our game park. As you can hear,
We came across it there from Lundi.
we came across that river
Yes.
from Lundi. Yes, beautiful, see that?
Beautiful.
Beautiful camps there. I tell you, you are going to enjoy yourself.
Thank you very
And you
much.
will call again.
Yeah, we'll come again. definitely.
Firewood?
That's fine. Thank you. See you there.
I'll see you now. And met by the most friendly guy here. We asked what's the camp fees and he's like, no, it's for free today. But there's hippos. I don't know what game is here, but they said be careful for the hippos and the crocodiles, so we'll mission down to the river. But it's bloody brilliant. You come across these gems when you just travel like this, no prior bookings, and then you drive into this magnificent game park. Just look at the tree life, and yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Mvuni arrives and brings us firewood. He guides us to our campsite and tells us more about the Muturikwi River. Then he leads us down to the river's edge, a steep little climb, but well worth it for the chance to take a dip and cool off. Later, he gets a fire going and we crack open a beer and soak in a perfect sunset with incredible views. Thank you very much, Mvuni, and thank you for all your help
Okay.
and everything you've done for us.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
You are welcome. Please call again.
We will, thank you.
Good morning, gentlemen.
I don't think the camera is doing this any justice. Right. You're already there. Back brake. Well done.
Alright, musketeers. Start of day 2. And we want to reach Chimanimani.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Can't wait.
Daniel? Ready. So let's
do
just
it.
look at the map and what we've done yesterday and what we'll do today. Plan was yesterday to go all the way around here to the past the Gonarezhou and then sleep somewhere here south of the Runde River. But we made it through to Triangle and then we came down a bit to Mutirikwi River and we're sleeping somewhere here, and it was basically in the vicinity of night 1. So from Triangle we're going to go through Nuanetsi, then Nandi, up through the Savi Valley Conservancy, over Birchenough Bridge, big enough bridge, and then into the Chimanimani area where we'll look for accommodation for night number 2.
We leave Mutirikwi camp early, another 300 kilometers ahead of us for the day. A short stretch on the tar gives the bikes a break, but it doesn't last long. Soon we're turning north, heading towards the Savi Valley Conservancy and whatever the bush throws at us next.
Yeah, here we are approaching the Savi Conservancy. Good morning! Very well, and yourself? Yeah, we're going straight through to Birchenough Bridge. Alright, we're at the Savi Conservancy, but apparently the Turwe River is in flood. So our original plan to stick to the main road going through the Savi, unfortunately, will not be realized today.
Doable.
But the kind gentleman over here explained us another route. So we're going to cross through the gate and take a left here and see if we get a bridge over the river. So stay tuned and enjoy this weather. Southern border of the Savi Conservancy on the right hand side, and we'll see where the road takes us. Lovely roads. I don't think we're going to stay like this for too long. I think this was a town. Mtovu Investments, supermarket and butchery. Quick stop for a cool drink and a pack of chips, crisps, what do you want to call it, and then we'll all be on again.
At this stage we're still unsure if we'll be able to cross the river that's flooded in the Savi Valley Conservancy. Until it appears in front of Theo and he has to slam on the brakes. Luckily, it looks way lower than what it does downstream.
This might be a bit interesting.
After walking the river, just checking for some bog pits, the big one is up first. Next up is Danny, aka Woodpecker Lips. And then myself, and I missed the exit angle a bit and go straight into more river sand. Alrighty, as soon as we passed through the river, Danny had a flat tire. because of that smiley. So we tried to hit it with a rock. It was unsuccessful. So now we're gonna have to take this one off and put a tube in. It seems like the only solution we have now. The fun and the games, all part of the fun. Can't just have the good times, you have to have the cocker times as well. Are you swimming, Dan? I think that might be a record. To fit the tube and put the tire back on. But almost ready to rock and roll again.
Losing some time with the tire repair, we have to push on. But the roads are great, the scenery is beautiful, and we make good ground. Cross a couple of streams before we get to the main road that takes us to Beitbridge.
This was arguably one of the best stretches of road I've ever ridden.
Yeah.
This last piece since we crossed the river.
Smooth road, camber in all the turns. No, it's
Wet sand.
wet sand, so there's no dust. It is, it just keeps on getting better and better. I don't
Zimbabwe, come here. If it was any better, I couldn't stand it. Quite impressive to see a steel, structural steel suspension bridge in Africa. Virgin of bridge over the Salve River. That's magical. Absolutely.
Crossing Beitbridge over the Salve River, we leave the Lowveld behind and climb into the Eastern Highlands. The road winds through mountain passes, cooler air rolling in as we make our way towards Chimanimani, one of Zimbabwe's most rugged and beautiful corners.
So in Chimanimani our options was limited, very limited in terms of accommodation, or there's no camping space.
Nope.
Accommodation, we found a place, Heaven. It is nice view, and the sum total of our feeding options tonight is brood and chips. So we've made it to Chimanimani and we found some pristine accommodation for tonight. Bike garage, just look at this accommodation. Comfort chairs, kitchen with a stove, double bunk bed. I think I'm going to be on that one tonight. And then toilet and shower. That's us for tonight. And then tomorrow on to Nyanga. Looking forward to that. But we're tired already. These roads just doesn't stop to give absolute riding pleasure. It's a great experience, great to see Zimbabwe, And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Tomorrow is coming up again, and then we head further north. Good morning, everyone. It's the start of day 3. We had a good rest here at Chimanimani at Heaven, I think.
Lodge.
Heaven Lodge. And yeah, we made good ground yesterday. So basically we went from Runde River, then we went up. We wanted to cross through the Zimbabwe Conservancy, but unfortunately the river was flowing and the causeway was blocked, so we had to make our way this way around. And it was absolutely brilliant riding roads. Came back over Beitbridge, then we went on this gravel road, which was also amazing, and then came into Chimanimani. The plan today is to head out through these mountain passes, past Vumba Mountain Forest Reserve, through Mutare, and then up to Nyanga National Park. Juliusdale, probably that's where night number 3 is.
Can't wait. If it was half as nice as yesterday, we're in for one hell of a ride, and I don't see any reason why it won't be even better.
So just a quick stop for water, filling up all our water, and then into the mountains of Chimanimani. Are you succeeding there, big one?
Slowly but surely.
Succeeding.
Great success.
A wonderful fresh smell of fish in there. And this is the small town of Chimanimani.
Yeah, so we're leaving Chimanimani now, and it is beautiful over here, almost tropical forestry area, and it is awesome riding weather, overcast, probably below 20 degrees Celsius, so you can't ask for better weather, slight breeze. Can't wait what today's ride holds in for us.
Just look at the scenery in these passes. It's bloody amazing. At this stage we're faced with 2 problems. The first one is that slow going. The first 100 k's takes us about 4 hours to cover. And the second problem is we've got no assurance that we can actually cross the mountains to get to Cashel. Yeah, and the riding changes again into some more mountains just north of Chimanimani. So this is north of Cashel, and we're on our way to Vumba Botanical Reserve, so in the direction of Mutare. But yeah, the roads are not often used, so this one is not too bad. It started off bad, now it's just a very scenic little route. And complete difference from what it was yesterday. You know, riding through bushveld and what we know is Lowveld bushland, and now into these subtropical forests and mountains of Chimanimani. But absolutely beautiful. Got some traffic in the road.
Notice the road's getting more and more narrow, almost becoming a footpath.
Okay.
Continuing down this road, we hit a dead end, with me almost drowning my bike.
Whoa! Okay boys, ek kort op hierso. Johan, sê vir my, kyk hoe diep hy word. Word hy dieper? Ja. Help my stoot asseblief Dan. En dan kan ons 'n bietjie swem sommer.
Big one.
Hey,
What did you do?
I'm going swimming.
Yeah, I think better back up because it's really deep further in.
No, it just gets deeper that way, so
Okay, push back.
After wresting the bikes out of the river and the locals advising us that road is impassable, we had to make a way to the main Mutari road. On the road, Theo gets a flat wheel, but luckily it's close to RT Trading who fixes us in a jiffy.
Reaching Mutari, we realized that the guys have got a very relaxed approach to traffic rules. There's guys in the boot of the car in front of us, people passing on the left. We go with the flow. We've got time to catch up. The road took us almost 7 hours to get here. We have to stick to the tar road just to make it all the way to Juliusdale. Fingers crossed that we don't get into a wreck.
So we are close to Nyanga National Park and we found this really nice little place, Nyanga Fish Deli, and because we haven't had a proper meal since Sunday, so having a nice burger and chips, and Theo's having a T-bone, and then we're going to find accommodation for tonight. I was not expecting this. So just leaving the Nyanga trout farm here, and it was a brilliant lunch. Our first proper meal in 2 days, 3 days. Yeah, so it was absolutely brilliant. We've always dreamed to see Nyanga flat-top trees, which only grows in this neck of the woods, above 2,000 meters above sea level. And thanks to Tracks for Africa, we once again find undeservedly good and affordable accommodation. So that brings us to an end of our first episode, where we started off at Lion and Elephant, did the Nuanetsi safari area, to the small town of Triangle, where we slept at High Syringa game farm. From there on we went to Chimanimani, to the Savi Valley Conservancy, which was absolute brilliant riding, and from Chimanimani this morning all the way up to Nyanga, where we are now. And we got ourselves spoilt accommodation for tonight at only $35 in the evening per person, a whole house with 4 king beds. But Zimbabwe has so much to offer. Tourism is alive and well. I would just invite anybody to get out here and see what's happening here in Zimbabwe. Such a great place to visit. These hills around Nyanga is mesmerizing. The Nyanga flat top trees, so beautiful. Like and subscribe our channel. Stay tuned for episode 2, from where we head further west in Zimbabwe. But hope you enjoyed this video, and look out for episode 2 of our Zim motorcycle adventure.